Hi friends! In this video, let's get acquainted with the Antoniolupi news from the Milano fair. When we were in Frankfurt at the Ice Age exhibition, which is dedicated more to bathrooms, we talked about how Antoniolupi has succeeded in creating spaces that transition from the bathroom to the living area. Here, Antoniolupi went even further and presented already a full collection for the residential interiors, which is called Atelier. In this area, we can see that the already known borderline furniture series, together with the ala shelf, can get along perfectly well, for example, in the bedroom. And the bedroom can't be complete without a bed. Here, Antoniolupi presents a whole collection of beds. In this case, we have in front of us a bed named Charlie. It has a very interesting edge, a soft headboard, and quite delicately chosen fabrics. And the color solution in this room corresponds to all trends. Basically, terracotta colors are used here and they match the color of the leather. It is also a new article by Antoniolupi, Lola chair, with a metallic structure and leather upholstery. Moreover, the leather is of high quality like all materials that Antoniolupi uses. And the metal structure can be customized again in the best tradition of furniture, as in the past for the bathroom and in the present for all areas of your future home. That is, in the 56 colors offered. After waking up in the morning, we go through the lobby to the bathroom. And in the lobby, we are also welcomed by the Jewel chair, which is a novelty in this show. And it can be made in two versions, with the back made of metal structure or fully upholstered with fabric. Naturally, we find a nice rope in the B-made cabinets. Now we go to the bathroom itself, where the shelf ala is now presented in the marble version. This is quite expensive, very trendy marble today. It is called Rosso Levanto, and it is extracted in Italy in the place called Levanto. The bathtub feeder is also made of it. And to finish the composition, now there are special benches in the shower made of the same material. By the way, Antoniolupi showers now have their own drainage system. These are drains in the wall, and they can also be painted in all the available colors. And in full dress, you walk right out into the living room, to the astonished housemaid's delight. We can say that Carlo Colombo, a designer who has been working actively with Antoniolupi for a while, created the entire living room. He also created some of the previously mentioned items. The very comfortable sofa on the metallic structure is called Neverland. And it is completed with shelves, special elements with backrest, so that you can adjust the sitting position. The trendy boucle fabric looks very expressive. In order to separate the living room from the dining room, you can use Fox cabinet. It is double-sided. Respectively, on one and the other side are drawers. In the living room area, you can put some books and magazines, accessories and maybe electricity bills. And on the dining room side, you can store plates, cutlery and so on. To make the dining room area as harmonious as possible with the living room, you can put a James table there, also designed by Carlo Colombo. If the Fox cabinet for storage is not enough for you, then you can additionally install Anima Liquida, an already known collection with increased depth, in order to fit everything. Here you should pay attention to the marble countertop and fronts, which have a very interesting volumetric pattern. As for the Fox cabinets, they can also be in a low version or in other colors of lacquer. This solution would be suitable for the bedroom. And if combined with the Ginevra bed, everything will be very harmonious and great. I really like how the pied de poulet design, the contrasting port and also the very bright color of the bed structure work together. In addition to being comfortable and beautiful, Antoniolupi mattresses solve another problem that few people think about. They use special silver bioceramic threads which neutralize the negative effects of the so-called electromagnetic smog, which literally surrounds us, and also neutralize the negative phenomena caused by the geopathogenic zones of the Earth. We are already familiar with the TLR collection by Gumdesign. We've seen it in the form of wallpapers and carpets, and now there is a continuation in the form of furniture, an armchair, a bed, and poofs. By the way, the poofs were the forerunners because they were introduced last year. In general, with the whole TLR system, you can now create a complete interior, including a living room and bathroom, because the fronts of the be-made furniture also have this trallerige design. It's printed on glass. The wash basin doesn't have to be in a separate room. It can be right inside the bedroom, especially if it's covered by the very interesting fronts with a parametric design. And the wash basin itself in this case is a novelty called street. It is shaped like an I-beam and made of marble. The furniture solution is very similar to the Animo Liquida, which is again the living room approach to the design of this item. In the bedroom, we see the bed also by Carlo Colombo with a very interesting metallic detail in the edging, which goes well with any kind of upholstery fabric, and I think it will also look great with leather. At Antoniolupi's booth, they took care to give food for thought and showed almost all the models in different combinations of upholstery materials. For example, look at the Oliver sofa. It has a metal structure that can be painted in all 56 colors, and depending on which color you choose and which upholstery you combine, both in terms of color and texture, there will be a whole new piece that is hard to recognize. But bodylined furniture in monochromatic version can be recognized in any case by the signature handles. What's new here is the overflow system. It is hidden, but it is not a hidden overflow, but a special valve that, when the water level rises to a certain mark, automatically opens and drains the water so that you can avoid the trouble, especially if the sink is installed within a bedroom space. If you don't want to hide something, you need to show it off as brightly and authentically as possible. For such a show, the novelty of this fair is flow freestanding wash basin is appropriate. It is made of natural stone, and in addition it has a very interesting individual trim. Some may think that quite controversial, but it is absolutely expressive. Such a peculiar sculpture with lighting inside the bathroom. By the way, it is complemented by a novelty, a sensor faucet collection. Its handle is very interestingly solved. It is laconic in accordance with all other items presented here. It can be made in one color, but it can also be made in B-color version. And of course, all possible configurations for all possible areas of application are also present here. A good interior can do without decorative light, and here too Antoniolupi begins its way, presenting a floor lamp that has a natural stone base, in this case in Nero Marchina, but can also be in white. It has a very interesting arm system that rotates at 3 angles. You can point the light source down, up, or on the wall, for example. But this is all something that remains in plain sight of the average viewer, but we're unusual viewers, so especially for you, dear friends, we will proceed to the secret room and see what is hidden there. The design idea of the new sofa by Gumdesign is based on the geometry of the right triangle. So we get quite a graphic object that is also very comfortable. The seat is deep and the sofa is low, ideal for lying down and reading a magazine or watching a nice movie. But if you want to make the seating more formal, you can move the backs forward. They don't require any fastening, there's a weighting piece at the bottom. It looks in general pretty good and, most importantly, stands securely. The same solution can be applied if you install the sofa in the middle as an island composition. Also, in this secret room, it's very interesting how they use a shelf-stand cactus. This is a tube that is put between the floor and the ceiling. Now you can put small round shelves on it and place pots with flowers on them, for example. And the last but not least novelty, which is also hidden from all eyes, is the renewed sinks made of crystal mood material. Now they are thinner, the base has an opalescent effect, and all communications are no longer visible at all. This is how the Antoniolupi brand tries to penetrate literally all living areas. And in fact, I think it's very good. The interiors will definitely benefit from it. I hope you enjoyed this video, don't forget to watch all the other episodes from Milano, write what you think about the global expansion of the Antoniolupi brand's influence on the future of modern interiors.